Hello again, everybody. It's Brad from Firewood at the Furnace, and it's a cool, chilly morning here in Maryland. It's about, I think it's 41 degrees right now, and as you know, we've got a lot of cutting to do. So before we get started today, because that's what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be bucking up as many of these logs as we can get done. I've got a few hours here to do some work, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to be cutting. But before we get started, I want to just explain to you my latest purchase. And it was easily justified because of the amount of logs laying in the wood yard. But as you know, since I started this thing, I've been using the Stihl MS 360 Pro saw as my main saw, and I recently built the Farmer Tech MS 660 clone saw, which has been doing really well for me. I have a 28-inch bar on that, but it's a heavy saw. It's great for the bigger stuff. But I decided that instead of running that 360 all the time, that I needed another saw, like a bucking saw, just a good firewood saw to use here in the wood yard. So I did some research and I decided on a new saw. It's not the MS 500i that everybody's crazy about. You can't find one of those around here, even if I wanted to buy that saw. But that was a little bit out of the budget. And so I did some research on YouTube, I did some research online, and I decided on the MS 261C. So it's a pro saw, it's a good firewood saw, it's a nice lightweight saw, so we're going to use that today. Stick around. Alright, so here's the plan for the day. We got all three saws lined up. They're fueled, oiled, ready to go. And I spent the day over here yesterday and started bucking up a couple of these loads until the rain came and it cut me short. So we've got 2 loads of ash here that's already bucked up. I got these oak logs here that I need to buck up, so we'll probably fire up the clone saw, and I got them marked up already. See if we can get these 3 logs bucked up. And we've got this oak laying here that you saw in a shorts video a couple weeks ago that I brought in from the tree service. Some of this is a little bit long cut, so we'll trim that off. And we've got a couple of short logs here that we'll take care of. Then we're going to go down here to this last load of tree service wood that I just brought in. It's more ash, some smaller stuff. So my plan is to get all this bucked up today as well. And as you can see, there's still a lot of work to be done. But anyway, let's get this 660 warmed up. I'll get you set up on a tripod here, and we'll get these big dead oak logs bucked up. It's been a little bit since I ran the 660, so we will see how many pulls it takes to get this thing going. Was that 4? What do you think about the clone saw? Got her done again. Old El Cheapo Farmer Tech saw. Got through this pretty well. And this is all solid wood. It's everything that 28-inch bar wanted. Used the whole bar and then a little bit. But as you can see, it's all solid wood and it cut through there pretty good. So those three big logs are history. Now we can move on down here to this other load of ash, and we will get that marked up and start bucking on that too. Actually, we got a little bit of this oak, this smaller oak here, the longer stuff that we need to get bucked up. So I think I'll fire the 360 up for that. Let this saw warm up. We'll let that saw warm up for a minute. Just got a few logs to buck there. Alright, so that's that. It's probably a cord and a half of wood there bucked up. Oak and ash. So now we're going to walk on down here and we'll run the new saw for a few minutes. Like I said, this is some smaller stuff that I got from one of my tree service guys. And we'll get this marked up and start bucking on this with the new 261. Let me know what you all think of the 261. Not only before we run it, but even after we run it. It's a pretty good firewood saw from the research that I did. So we'll get that warmed up and start cutting. All right, so that's 1 tank of fuel through the 261. I'm pretty happy with that. It's super lightweight. I feel like I can run that saw for a lot longer period of time in between breaks. The 360 is a little bit heavier, but that 660, I'm telling you what, it's a powerful saw. But the more you run it, the longer you run it, the more you're ready to put it down for a minute, because it's heavy. I mean, it'll eat the wood up, but it's heavy. The 28-inch bar on it probably doesn't help. But the 261's super light, and I just feel like I can throw it around pretty quickly. Working on this pile of ash over here, and we're about halfway through that. But I just wanted to take a break real quick, get a drink of water, and talk to you about the first tank of fuel through it. And I think it was a good purchase. I do want to talk to you all one more time at the end here about some changes that are coming to the channel, and some things that I want to do coming up on our 1-year anniversary on YouTube. So that's coming up here in about a month. So at the end of the video here, we'll talk about that. Stay tuned. And there it is. That load's all bucked up. All that smaller stuff. There was some bigger stuff near the bottom. At 261, I think I might have fell in love with that saw today. For what this load was, the size wood that it was, that thing did a really good job. So I'm happy with that saw. All that down there bucked up. And all this. All right, let's go over to the tailgate of the truck, and I'll let you know what I'm thinking about doing coming up here for the 1-year anniversary. All right, so this whole YouTube adventure started on December 30th, 2020. I started cutting firewood a little bit before that, as you know, but my very first video, when I'm explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing and kind of the backstory of how all this got started and my reasons for doing what I'm doing, in video number 1, that was published on December 30th. So we're coming up on the 1-year mark on YouTube, and it's been an incredible year as far as YouTube goes, as far as firewood goes as well. You all know how thankful I am for the community and just for finding something to occupy my mind, to keep me in shape, and all the things that firewood does for me. But in celebration of the 1-year anniversary, Thursday, December 30th is the day that it's going to happen. I'm going to do a live stream on Thursday evening at 8 p.m. That's Eastern time. So you guys out in the Midwest and on the West Coast, be a little earlier for you, but 8 p.m. I'm going to do my very first live stream from the shop, and I'm hoping some things that'll come out of that live stream is some interaction with all the subscribers and the people that watch the channel. If you've got questions outside the firewood realm or outside of you know, this community on a personal level, or on hobbies that you have that I might have as well, as far as the motorcycles go, the cars go, hunting, fishing, anything like that, anything outdoors, I'm pretty much into. Camping, I'd be interested to have some conversations with you all about that, get to know everybody a little bit better. But be looking forward to a community post on the channel about that live stream. I wanted to kind of give everybody a heads up, since it's my first one, to let you know that it's coming. And we'll just see where it goes. And if it works out well, maybe we'll continue to do them. So that's going to be it for today. I hope you all enjoyed watching the new saw run, watching the 660 run, and we ran the 360. We ran all 3 saws today, and they all ran pretty well. So we got a lot accomplished. Obviously we got more cutting to do, and then we got to start splitting and stacking, but that's all coming up soon. Thank you all for watching today. I hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you next time.